Hi, my name's Dave from Courses Cycles. I'm here in Squamish, BC, and I'm here today to talk about how to box up your bike. Here's your classic multi-Allen key set, pedal wrench, tape measure, 2 types of tape, and handy-dandy torque wrench, and your scissors. I like using an axle to protect the rear of the frame. I'll show you that later in assembly. Okay, this is option A, definitely the cheapest method to box up a bike. You can go to your local bike shop and they'll generally give you one of these boxes for the cost of a 6-pack. The chance of being damaged and also the disassembly and assembly time of the bike is substantial. I estimate about a half an hour to 45 minutes to get in the box and the same amount to get back out and rolling again. The second option and more preferred would be this amazing evoc system. We're looking at about 10 to 15 minutes disassembly and assembly time. First thing I like to do is make sure your seat height is recorded correctly. Just do a nice wrap of tape around. Okay, not only do I mark the seat height, but I also measure the seat height. This rider is 68. Then I would remove the saddle, loosen the seat clamp, remove your seat post. Very important step is to then take another piece of tape and tape your seat clamp collar onto the bicycle. Okay, the second thing I do will be to remove the pedals. So what I like to do is put a piece of tape on each pedal and then take my belt marker and just write right and then obviously a left. Using my pedal wrench, I will remove the pedals. Then I would work on the front of the bike, the handlebars. What I like to do is put a piece of tape right next to the handlebar stem so that the rider will know exactly where to align the handlebars. And then what I do is I make a mark right where the crack of the stem is, just so the rider knows where the fore and aft position of the handlebars are. So then we remove the handlebar stem, ensuring to save all 4 bolts. And then you reinstall the front plate of the handlebar. This serves 2 purposes. It will help you remember how your bike goes back together again, and then also you will not lose any of these 4 bolts. And you don't have to do them up really tight, just snug. Just so they won't rattle loose in shipping. Next thing we do is take the wheels off and then take off the rear wheel. Then we're going to disassemble the wheels. Best to take your quick releases out in this process. Notice that the springs are thin end in or conical shape in. And then I like to place the other one exactly the same. And I'll put this down beside my pedals. Repeat with the rear wheel. Now with an evoc bag, these foam wraps are not important, but I like to just have a little added security, so I just add them on. It just takes an extra few seconds. You can get these at a hardware store. They're 50 cents. They come in 3-foot sections, and I've just cut them to work perfectly with my bike, and I'll just keep them in my bag for the next trip. Now I like to use a piece to ensure that the frame is secure. This is an axle. I like to combine this with the rear quick release just to add a little bit of security to the frame. So here's the bike with a couple extra foam pieces on it, basically getting ready to go into the evoc bag. As you see, this is a really simple system to use. So this then goes into the evoc bag. So the beauty of this system is very adjustable. You don't have to remove the rear derailleur. Just move this block forward, and then your bike is held in position with these 2 straps located right at the very back of the box. And then you strap the bike in, strap the fork in. Before we zip the bike bag up, we'll include all the parts that we're going to need. Pedals, quick releases, and seat posts. A lot of pros will never pack their shoes just in case their bike gets lost. They'll pack their shoes in their carry-on. You'll always be able to rent a bike. You'll never be able to rent a pair of shoes. So Best to keep your shoes in your carry-on. This is a brand new system from evoc that's an upgrade that you can get for your existing bag. A brand new for 2013. Makes the assembly and disassembly even easier. And that rigid frame in the bottom just holds everything super secure. Then you have a little bit more room for storage. Don't forget to put your tools inside as well, and then zip the bike bag up. And then I like to deflate my tires just so that they're just soft. There's also an urban myth that your tires will blow under pressure. That was when the storage compartments on planes weren't pressurized. Now that they are, you really don't have to worry about it. And you want to have a little bit of air pressure in your tires just to protect the rim of the bike. Cog set in, rear wheel, and then install the front wheel. And you're off. And okay, here we are. We've arrived at our destination. Now it's time to reassemble our bike. First thing you want to do is remove the wheels. And then unzip the bike, exposing our bike that hasn't been damaged from shipping. Simply remove the case. First thing I'll do is install the seat. Move my tape. Grab my handy dandy torque wrench and tighten my seat post until my torque wrench stops. And then just quickly check the seat height. Here we are at 68 as we have marked on the seat post. Then we will install the handlebars. Undo the straps and align our electrical tape and install our front clamp. That will go in and torque the 4 screws. Next thing we'll do is install the pedals, and we made it painfully obvious for ourselves which side is which. Grab your pedal wrench, tighten each side. You don't need much. And then we're almost there. We'll just remove the bicycle from the evoc rack. Install a quick release into the front wheel. If you're using a bike computer with a magnet on your spoke, make sure that your wheel is oriented the right way. In this case, we don't, so it's not really that important. Same with the rear. Remove our quick release from the rack. And again, install the quick release into our hub with our springs facing in. Grab the bike off the rack and install the wheel. I find that it's better to shift down to your 11 cog, so you always know the orientation when you bring your bike in, your wheel into the frame, and then simply install your front wheel. Install your front wheel. Make sure your quick release is done up tight. Turn your brakes back on, front and back. Here we have the bike almost completely assembled. All we have to do is remove our frame padding. And simply remove your tape, and you're ready to rock. And there you have it, one complete bike. 10 minutes in, 10 minutes out. It's really no worries at all to put your bike properly in a bike bag and assure that it's going to be safe at your cycling destination, even if you have an awesome carbon fiber bike like this. And there's no reason not to bring your bike and travel the world and check out all kinds of different cycling destinations all over the world.